Two soldiers trudged down a road in a strange country. They were on their way home from the wars. Besides being tired, they were hungry because they had eaten nothing for 2 days.
How I would like a good dinner tonight.
And a bed to sleep in. But that's all impossible. We must march on.
On they marched. Suddenly, ahead of them they saw the lights of a village.
Maybe we can find some food there.
Now the peasants of that place feared strangers. When they heard that two soldiers were coming down the road, they talked among themselves.
Here come two soldiers. Soldiers are always hungry.
But we have little enough for ourselves.
And they hurried to hide their food. Once everything was tucked away, they waited for the soldiers.
Good evening to you.
Could you spare a bit of food for 2 hungry soldiers?
And have you some corner where we could sleep for the night?
Oh no. We gave all we could spare to soldiers who came before you.
All our beds are full.
Good people. We are 2 hungry soldiers in a strange land.
We have asked for food and you have no food. Well then, we will have to make stone soup.
The peasants stared. Stone soup. Now that would be something to know about.
First, we will need a large iron pot with water to fill it and a fire to heat it.
It took many buckets of water to fill the large pot. A fire was built and the pot was set to boil. At the soldiers' instruction, 2 large stones were placed in the pot.
Every good soup needs salt and pepper.
And some meat would add to the flavor, if any can be spared.
I might have something tucked away.
And the villager went to her house. She returned carrying 2 lobsters to add to the soup.
Stones like this generally make good soup. But oh, if there were carrots, it would be much better.
Why, I think I have a carrot or 2.
And the villager returned with some carrots from her storehouse. So it went on. Little by little, the villagers brought out the food in their storehouses to add to the soup. Soon it was ready. Never had there been such a feast. Never had the peasants tasted such soup. And fancy, made from stones. They stayed up until late into the night. Finally they were tired.
Is there not a loft where we could sleep?
Let 2 such wise and splendid gentlemen sleep in a loft. No indeed. You must have the best beds in the village.
So the 2 soldiers were put up in the very best beds. In the morning, the whole village gathered in the square to give them a send-off.
Many thanks for what you have taught us.
We shall never go hungry, now that we know how to make soup from stones.
Oh, it's all in knowing how.
And with that, the soldiers turned and went off down the road.